All right. So we knows with the whoop-de-doos um, language class today, they're let you guys know there's not going to be a language class tomorrow. I am going to be out. Cultural stuff happening tomorrow, so I won't be in. But doesn't stop you from using the language. Next week, we're going to touch up on where you're going, and then we might discuss on what did you buy today. Maybe that might be too big of a bite. What did you eat today or drink? I mean, message me, comment on this thing, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do to get a contact me. Always email me, text me, whatever. Whatever with the whoop-de-doos happens with the whoop-de-doos. I couldn't send a message out for activity. Because today we were going to discuss where are you going? Right? It's part of the discussions. I uploaded it to the chat apparently twice. And then again, like I stated before, if there's nobody here, I would rather, do something rather than not do something. And yeah, I do have my teacher's dissertation to read. And you guys are here and don't want to show up for language class, there you go. I get to have some fun today. Okay, no. We're just going to do a reaction video to Dr. Zeke's dissertation. I did not push that one. Even though it might be no, I don't save it here. I might have saved it to a different spot. Well, I guess today is a good day to discuss the language teacher certification program. If you want to be a certified Lushootseed language teacher, then I have a program here for you. Again, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, do whatever you're going to do to get a hold of me. I can enroll you into a teacher certification program to teach the Lushootseed language. It is a fairly new program. I want you to attend classes every day. But, right, circumstances, there are some things you're going to have to do to keep your certification. Not a lot. A lot of it has to do with language use. You got to build your language nest in your house. So there are two types of language nests out there in this world. One is the language nest where you nest your children in. That's not the one we're talking about. That's not the one I'm doing. We're going to nest the language. This one, you put your language in here, and then you guard it at all costs, right? You are the sole proprietor to protect the language in your house. You are in charge of your house, and there go. I'm looking for family members for that one. People with families. If you don't have family, it's fine, but it's just a lot of talking to yourself. I talk to my son in the language, and then there go he talks to me in the language. Eventually, right? Eventually, you start telling them what to do in the language, and eventually they tell you what to do in the language. Case point, I messed up on Sapodali, right? He made me say that thing 4 or 5 times on Sapodali. I'm all like, dude, I know what Sapodali is, right? Right? I know it, but I ended up having to say it like 4 or 5 times because my son was like, no, you're saying it wrong, Dad. You gotta say Sapodali. And then, it was pretty fun. It was just like, wow, dude, he's correcting me. It's amazing. Yeah, they'll just catch you. Kids are amazing. I'm trying to find Zeke's dissertation just so I can start reading it. And post it up on here. I thought I had it here. Yeah. Okay. Again, I'm not finding it anywhere on this computer of mine. I thought I saved it. I thought it was like just like right there. Counting, bear presentation, deer presentation, goldfish, plant birds. I guess we go with black bear. Chetwood. Let me give you a chance to see what it does with whoop-de-doos. Alright, so Chetwood, black bear, Euryalus americanus, Chetwood, or Cheatwood, right? And then in this case, it's Cheatwood for bear cubs and Chetwood. These are photos of black bears in our neighborhood. This is definitely our mountains out here. This is caught to you by a bear camera. Right? Awesome. So Chetwood, black bears, alta Meatmon Buxton, right? Non-retractable claws. Put us hiding with non-retractable. Makes excellent at tree climbing. Right. Black bear fur is usually a uniform color, exception of a brown schnozzle and the light markings that sometimes appear on their chest. Eastern population usually black in color, while Western populations often show brown, cinnamon, and blonde colorations in addition to black. So the blonde bears or the cinnamon bears are rarity on this side of the mountains. They also have no hump on their back. Right behind their shoulder blade is probably where the hump would be. Cheatwood, black bear cubs. There's a good showing on the kind of a cinnamon color in the back. Black bears are born and live in safety of their mother's den during the winter. Average cub litter size is between 1 and 3. Babies are born blind. A black bear baby weighs between 1.5 to 1 pound at birth. They put weight on quickly. Mother spends the following year and a half where weaning, feeding, and teaching her cubs what to eat and how to survive. So, interesting factoids about bears. Read on that one. Chadquis Chetquid Te Shashil. Where do black bears live? Black bears prefer to live in dense forests where there are a variety of food to eat and can raise their cubs. But they have adapted to many different habitats. They build their dens in caves, burrows, tree trunks, and brush or grass nests. They collect grass and leaves to pad their den. This is a free picture taken off the internet of a den with a black bear in it. You can see there's like grass in the background. Definitely going in and out all the time. Probably caught to you by a game camera. Another game camera and kind of what they eat. So stab quis o ushe t chetquid. What do the black bears eat? They eat a variety of berries, nuts, plants, fish, and plants and insect life. We have a lot of that in the Western Washington, and therefore we get quite a bit amount of bear. Where, in case in point, if you're going out berry picking, or you're going out fishing, or you're going out and gathering medicinal plants, make sure to bring bear protection with you, because that's where bears are, is where people are when they're going gathering that food that we eat. So make sure not to take all of it, because you do have your brother bear to feed as well. Hoyot Chud. I'm done now with this. A lot of that stuff. The photos came by Emily Wirtz. There's a couple of the things for where I got that information from. And more to come down the road. So today was trying to plan on just having a basic conversation day. Oh. But no one showed up, so I decided to just wing it and put stuff up there. So those slides are not exactly polished and finished by any means. I could use some work on black bear information. If you have any ideas that I can put on there, basic information, that would be great. We're also doing some from the Lushootseed words: black bear, deer, elk, cougar, mountain goat, fish and birds, plant life.
I have a question. What about the things that we use from the bear, like the fur, the hide, and the fat, that kind of stuff? How do they process it? Do people eat it?
yes, there were groups that didn't allow for bear meat to be eaten, but then there are also groups that really go after bear meat and eat it. That one is a lot of family information. You got to figure out which um, family that ate bear and which family didn't eat bear. Um, the one of those is that if you after you skin the hide of a bear, right, take off the fur, it really looks like a human just with longer claws and then a snout. That's pretty much the only thing different between us and the bear was the fur and stuff. One of the reasons why one of the elders that I talked to does not eat bear, would not eat bear. Gave her bear once and she got really grumpy at me. Yeah, it was my bad. I didn't know. I just got meat from natural resources. I just picked it up like steady, and I didn't know what it was. I got in trouble for it. That was awesome. And then there's another groups of family out there that think that bears was awesome to eat, and so they ate it. I mean, as far as that concerns, I don't know. Processing, I could do some processing videos. Um, Claws were used, bones were definitely used, the marrow were definitely used.
I would just give an example of what it gets turned into as part of pictures that are on there. And you asked for some feedback, and that was the kind of thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, pictures on that would be great. If you have pictures of that, that'd be awesome. Message me, and I'll get them on the slides. I will work on getting those pictures on there and a little bit more descriptions on bear anatomy. A lot of that comes into it. I don't know how much I wanted to go into that, but I don't know who the target audience for this slide was either. So it's just one of those. More can be done. More is good. More is always better. Still trying to find it, but I don't know where it's at. Sorry for all this dead airtime that's kind of boring. I'm trying to grab something else that out of language classes that we could do or go over. And by all means, none of this stuff is perfectly ready to go. This one's one of my newest projects out ready to go, or not ready. Just the deer presentation. I didn't actually put a lot of those sheets down here, like where are they at? Who is the Nooksack word for Lushootseed? It's in the dictionary under Skaglitz. I don't know why Hoyt was marked as in the Lushootseed dictionary for Skaglitz outside of it's a Nooksack word for Skaglitz. And some deer characteristics. Brown in color. This one's a doe. This information was brought to you by Washington State Fish Management, I believe. It's on one of the last sites. This is just what the deer characteristics and kind of a brief synopsis of deers on what they look like and what they eat for Western Washington deer habitats. Is the word for buck for staglets is sweequa, 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 sweequa.
No. Oh,
Sweequa. Yeah, sweequa. 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 This goes over what the deers like to eat is a variety of plants. Their main food is ground. The group's tip of the trees and shrubs in late winter and early spring. Deer eat grass, clove, and other plants. They also like eating fruits, nuts, acorns, fungi, fern, and garden crops if available. The first few weeks they survive on milk. This just kind of goes into they got like 3 stomachs or 2 stomachs, and how they ended up just sitting and eating, and how often they eat. Another picture of in our area. This one is of a fawn or a yow. Fawn are 1-year-old, where they just lose their spots. That would be a yow yashda. And then it goes into their shelter and range needs. This is kind of deer like being next to the edge of a prairie, and then they live in the woods for cover and safety. They like golf courses, green belts, and those tend to stay within their range. And then goes over some of the mule deer summering in about the Cascade migrate as far as 80 miles to reach adequate winter range. Blacktail and whitetail don't normally reside within a half-mile to 3-square-mile area. In mountainous locations, they move to lower elevations during the winter. That's pretty good information, though. They only travel a half-mile to 3 miles. Yearling deer, and I guess this is for a buck. Before they have horns, is swall hop swallock this is for those deers that just starting to get a spike on their head. And this is their family structure. Breeding normally occurs in November and December. Buck complete the right to breed using ritualized posturing movements and occasionally through fighting, test their antlers against the other. Well, unlike elk and deer, bucks do not herd groups into families. However, a single mature buck will move several miles. Newborn fawns, adult bucks take no part in raising fawns. Generally remain solitary or form bachelor herds through the summer, which I ran across to a bachelor herd once going up to a pack or trail. It was pretty interesting seeing like 3 big bucks with like huge horns all in one. Does and fawns sometimes occasionally gather in herds. Have been seen together. No larger than 30. 15 to 30 usually groups based on the conditions and limited winter habitats. Apparently it was huntereducation.com with the deer characteristics for their food, shelter, and the pictures were done by Game Cameras for Natural Resources. Emily Warts gave us the pictures. The word for doe is zabatach. Zabatach. So the S to the Z, DZ. So you gotta think the DZ is like rods. Z, that sound that you make for rods. So zabatach. And there's another word for buck. Is squalak. And then the word for the meat. So after you process the deer, the word for that meat, venison, is squats, agwits, seat. Like last time, comments, concerns, questions, message me, face chat or something, email me, call me. We'll go over the part where the deer is definitely not done yet. We used a lot of the deer for a lot of the things. Definitely used the marrow and the swas, and then we definitely use the bones to make bone game for out of the deer. And then there was deer actually have nettles in their hoofs. About 4 of them. They're pretty cool looking. I'll bring one in one of these days. And then definitely use the hoofs for stuff, for stuff. Deer was just one of those ones that we just tried to get as much as we could off from it, and had entertainment with it for slahal purposes. Yeah. Sweeter deal. I guess that'll be class today.